This is new script of blizzare amazing hate speech of Greta Thunberg. How dare you? I am the ultimate leader of the Nihilists and I will not be disrespected by a human being who has no sense of morality at all. We are going to burn this place down, you idiot. You and your friends are a little more cautious now. What's going on? You ask. Is this some sort of prank? Is that what it looks like? No, says one of the girls. It's real. The girl starts to explain what's happening. She mentions that there are two groups in this town who have been fighting for years, but haven't done anything about it until recently. One group consists of people who believe in traditional values such as family and religion. They want to keep things the way they are and don't see why anyone else should change them. The other group wants to go with the times and embrace modernity, so they've been causing trouble by vandalizing churches and killing people. They're called the Nihilists because they think nothing of murdering someone just for being different from them. So far, it seems like the church vandalism has gotten worse over time, but lately it's only increased. There are also reports of murders committed by these nihilist types every few months or so. It seems that they've stepped up their game, and the situation has escalated. But that's not even the most crazy part of this, says one of the other boys. The most crazy part is that one of the groups is actually the government and the police. They've been brainwashed by some ideology that claims that religion leads to nothing but hatred, so they've been actively trying to stop anyone who has faith in any religion. I heard that they've even killed some of our classmates, says one of the other girls. There was one that I knew from my class, and after a week of not seeing her, I asked someone where she was. They told me that she'd been killed by the city officials because she went to church once. Can you believe that? My own classmate, just gone. You don't know what to make of this. It seems incredible, but there's no reason for them to lie to you. You've never really had to deal with anything like this before. The closest thing that you've experienced to this was when you saw a man beating his wife in the park last week, but by the time you'd gone to get someone else, the man had already escaped. You can't imagine what it would be like to live in a place where you have to worry about being killed for something like going to church. So, what are we going to do? You ask. The only thing we can, says the girl. We have to fight back. They won't expect it, and it's not like we have anything to lose. You notice that she's clutching something under her sweatshirt. As she pulls it out and unwraps the cloth, you see a silver crucifix. The pastor gave each of us in the church a crucifix, she explains. He said that if we just hold it, it'll stop them. I mean, it's not going to be that effective, but every little bit helps, right? You notice that the other two kids have something similar, though one of them seems to be holding a rosary and the other is holding a tallis. This is all very fascinating to you, since you've never experienced anything like this before. You don't know how to react. On the one hand, you don't want to get involved, but on the other, it might be interesting to see what happens. You might even learn something. So you decide to go with them to fight back. You don't really have any other plans for the day, after all. So, where are we going to find these people? You ask. I've never even seen any, so I have no idea what they look like. That's because you live in a nice, safe place that's far away from the city center, says one of the boys. They only surround the poor areas and the outskirts of town. We'll go to one of those areas, and then we can start looking for them. You all travel on the bus for a while, until it becomes too dangerous. The police have started actively searching various vehicles for kids wearing backpacks and carrying weapons, so you're forced to get off several blocks away from your destination. It takes about an hour for you to get to the outskirts of town, as there's a lot of debris on the sidewalks and roads, some of which is so large that it would impede your progress. On one occasion, you have to walk around a dead horse, which has spawned countless flies from all the rotting meat that now covers it. You've never seen so many flies in one place before. This is ridiculous, someone says. I don't know how we're going to find anyone in all this mess. We just need to keep an eye out, suggests one of the other boys. You know, check the buildings and alleys. Most of you are nodding in agreement, when a sudden scream causes you all to look behind you, only to see a figure hobbling towards you with remarkable speed. His clothes.